Hi everybody, welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, and we've got the new multiplayer map, Cheshire Park, so I guess it's time to learn those hardpoint rotations. So this is a little drill I use to learn the hardpoint rotations, and in the video description down below on YouTube you'll see a link to a file that in the bottom left hand corner has the hardpoint rotations all written down. If you're new to hardpoint or are wondering what's so special about it, well, hardpoint is an amazing game where the hardpoints or the capture zones move around the map, but they move around in a set rotation. So even if you're no good at shooting people, even if your accuracy is really crap, if you remember those hardpoint rotations, or just look at a list of them and remember roughly where they are, you can be really good at hardpoint because you can be constantly capturing the hardpoints for your team, getting loads of points, and yeah, it's a great game mode to do that with. So to do this drill, what you want to do is you want to go into a local game on your PlayStation, Xbox or PC. You want to go into the game setup, and obviously you want to choose the map to be Cheshire Park. Mode, hardpoint, game rules. What we'll do is just let's put a 15-minute time limit on. Just put loads of score on there so we don't run out of that. Time to capture zone, we'll leave it at 45 seconds so that gives us enough time to wander around. We can have a chat. While we're here as well, a kind of a loadout around this theme I kind of quite enjoy doing on hardpoint, which is basically your favourite weapon based around a night vision scope, or an optical scope, because the idea is that one of the tactics we can use on hardpoints is when we're on the hardpoint we can smoke it so that people can't see where we are, and then we can look through the smoke and shoot them. Also, by smoking, you'll see we use mines as well, and by having smoke they can't see the mines. And then stipple grip tape for quick ADS, the laser to give you a good hip fire, because often you're going to be in close quarters, Merc foregrip to control recoil, and the 50 round mag because you might be dealing with a number of players trying to storm the hardpoint at the same time. RPG-7 or the pillar. I mean, the beauty with the RPG is that if the enemy get the hardpoint, you can just fire an RPG in there and you'll probably kill a few of them or badly damage them anyway. And then your perks, EOD to resist explosions because people will be throwing grenades or firing RPGs into your hardpoints. Restock to restock your explosive and shrapnel, so you start off with 2 lethals. And then you have the proximity mine, so you can put 2 of those down, and your smoke grenade. And then you would use your field upgrade to be the trophy system, so that you can plonk that down to defend yourself. So anyway, it would be that one. There we go. And kill streaks, whatever you prefer. You don't tend to kill that many people in hardpoint when you're playing like this. So let's dive in and let's learn these hardpoint rotations. So the way it's going to work is we're going to do 2 rotations where we're going to be running with the hardpoints, and then we're going to go 2 rotations where we're getting ahead of the hardpoints. They've just introduced a new rule as well, where when one hardpoint finishes, there's a 15-second gap before the next one turns itself on. So let's choose this one. We can talk about some of the tactics you would use. So the first hardpoint is actually right in the middle of the map. It's called Garden Square. Ooh. So we're on the eastern side of the map. So let's run over there. Now, for the first hardpoint, it's not that necessary for you to capture it. What you should be thinking about is the next hardpoint. Now, the next hardpoint is actually in the bottom right-hand corner. It's the Cask and Dragon pub. So don't get too obsessed with trying to take in the first hardpoint. As we can see here, it's quite. You can tuck yourself in the middle. You could lob your grenades down. You could pop a smoke, and you could look through the smoke, kind of thing. And you could defend yourself that way, but it's quite a difficult one. So as I say, the next one is at the Cask and Dragon pub, which is in the bottom right hand corner. So what you would do is you would normally set yourself up ready over there if you can't control the hardpoint, because if you're, so we're going to be heading off in that direction. What you can do is if you go to an area of the map where the next hard point is going to be, and you can and you stay alive, you're here we go. So this is the next one. So as you can see, bottom right corner. If you can stay alive, what happens is your teammates will start spawning around you. Now this is, I like this hard point here because you can kind of mount yourself here. Obviously if you've got mines, you could put some mines down like that. They could come in the back way. I think there's another door. There's another door here, isn't there? Shop, which is over in the western side of the map. But as you can see, so my kind of rule when I'm playing Hardpoint is I tend to I don't try and capture the first hardpoint, the one that's in the middle. So we see where we're going now. I put myself in a position where I'm very near the next hardpoint, and then my teammates start spawning near me. Then I get onto that hardpoint. So here's the ship shop. Again, it's another good one where we can defend this area. And then when I'm on a hard point, when on a map like this, it's not that too big, not too big. With about 20 seconds to go, if I'm still on the hard point, that's it. I'm gone. So the next one is the row of houses, which is in the northeast part of the map, which is in that direction. So with 20 seconds to go, if I'm still alive and I'm still on a hard point, I'm gone. You know, I'll just run, and I'll try and avoid the enemies. I'm not that bothered if I die, especially on a small map, because if you die, you tend to end up being closer to the next hard point anyway. So this one's called row houses. Quite open, this one. You've got kind of this little area here that you could defend, I guess. You could defend there. Get behind this police car. I mean, the trick is just to keep looking at the mini-map and seeing where your friends are, and then knowing that the enemies are going to be coming from the opposite direction. So the next place we're going to is the corner market, which is again in the southwestern area of the map. So let's get off. We don't want to earn too many points. So we're going to be going in that direction. There we go. And when you're travelling from hardpoint to hardpoint, trying to get ahead of them, which you'll see in a minute, what you want to make sure you're doing is going around the flanks. So here we go. So the corner market is just in here. As you can see, not upstairs, it's only downstairs. Quite an easy one to defend again. We've got plenty of places to hide behind, so we can mount ourselves here. And then after this one, we're going to go back to them. We're going to go back to the middle, which is only, you know, it's only a matter of sort of 20-30 meters that way. So it's about to pop.
Get to the next one.
Right. So if you remember, the next one is the Cask and Dragon pub, which is in the bottom right hand corner of the market. So that's where we're going. That's where we're going to be going next. And what I do is, because there are so many maps now in the that's kind of that down there. And I'll defend. Also, sometimes if plenty of my teammates get onto the hard point, I will then leave the hard point to go to the next one. Because the way that hard point works is, your team earns points when someone is on the hard point. You don't earn any more points. So there's the next one. You don't earn any more hard points for more people you had on the hard point. If you watch some of my early videos on Modern Warfare, you see I got that wrong. I thought you did. So when I'm on it, we earn about a point a second. When we've got 5 people on it, we earn a point a second. So it doesn't really matter. If the enemy get onto the hard point, both teams stop earning points until one team dominates. So remember, after the Cask and Dragon pub, we go to the western side of the map and we go into the fish and chip shop. And to decide which route to use, you know, have a look at the mini map in the top left hand corner, have a look at the big map in the pause menu, and just think, right, okay, where are the enemies? How am I going to get there without bumping into too many of them? And sometimes you'll find you get in a situation where you can't get to the next hard point. You know, the enemy is spawning down there, they get it locked down, especially on a map like this that's got quite long lines of sight, and you just can't get to it. If that's the case, you know, don't sweat it too much, just get set up for the next hard point. So I would come in and I would, you know, mine, trophy system. If they thought they were coming, pop a smoke, and then I would see people coming through the smoke with my thermal, but they couldn't see me. Right, so the next one we're going to be going to is the row of houses, which is in the northeastern part of the map.
Get to the next one.
Now let's imagine they owned this hard point. What I would do, you know, say people are already on it, I would be... And sometimes you can do that as well, so you can see them on the hard point where they think they're hidden, and you can shoot them through the...
Hardpoint secure.
So we're on row houses now. So the next one, if you remember, is the corner market, which is over in the southwestern part of the map. So just get off the flag so that we're not earning too many points.
Get ready, we're about to move.
Sometimes the pillar is better than the RPG, mainly because it's if the enemies start earning helicopters and things, it can be better. Right.
Hardpoint secure.
So we're back in the corner market. So the next one is we'll be going back to the centre. So what we're going to do is we're going to start getting ahead of the hard points now. So we've been in that one, so we would fight our way around. Now, bearing in mind that the next hard point is in the bottom right-hand corner, it's going to be over here. You want to be approaching this hard point really from this sort of angle. So you want to be coming through and then capturing it, say here. So we're on it. But if we, as a minimum, if we couldn't be capturing it, we want to get ourselves into this position, ready for this one to pop. But if we're over here, you know, keep an eye on these lines of sight, our buddies are going to be spawning all around us. They're going to be running towards the hard point, but you're going to be ready, you know, to put down your trophy system, chuck down your mines, and get ready to defend this one.
10 seconds, get ready to move.
So what's happens now, I mean this might have changed by the time you get around to playing hardpoint, but when it comes off corner market, instead of popping the next hardpoint right now like now, it doesn't. You've got 15 seconds. So the next hardpoint is in the west end part of the map. It's the fish and chip shop. So let's get there first. So again, depending on where the enemies are running from, so you've got to be careful on this map because these lines of sight are horrendous. Somebody with a sniper or a DMR at one end, or even an LMG, can really lock down a whole side of the map. So here's the fish and chip shop. So again, we would get set up here.
10 seconds, get ready to move.
Looking at the mini-map in the top left corner, where are the enemies probably going to be coming from? There's our trophy system. Set it up. Right, so the next one is the row of houses, which is in the northwestern point, which is going to be up there. So let's imagine then that as we're running towards this one, that they've got this lockdown, and you just cannot capture this, you know, flag. You know, you can't break the hill. You know what you're going to do. Well, you know that the next hard point is the corner market, which is in the eastern side. So again, what we would do, let's wait for this one to pop first. So let's say we just couldn't capture this. We know that the next one is the corner market, which is in the western side of the map. Sorry. So again, what we would do is we would get over there and we would reset. Because remember, if you're the hard points last a minute, so you can get 60 points, you know, for holding a hard point for an entire minute, and chances are, even if you abandon a hard point, your teammates are still going to be trying to capture it. So the enemy team isn't going to get the full points. So there is a real strong argument for, you know, don't waste your time trying to capture hard points, especially if there's less than 30 seconds to go. Move on, get yourself to the next one. So we know that after this one, the next hard point is in the middle. It's Garden Square. So again, we will get ourselves set up here, but bearing in mind that the next one is the pub, the cascade, you know, this is the direction we want to be attacking it from, so that if we can't get here, we're spawning here and we're set up for the next one. When you watch like competitive Call of Duty, they have different players do different things. So there'll be one player whose job is to capture the hill, as they call it. There'll be another player whose job is to set up the spawns, is literally to trigger the spawn points on the map, so the game is spawning their team in the correct place, ready for the next rotation. And then here we go. So we know the next one is the pub. So let's get back to there. It really is that tactical. And one of the most satisfying things you'll see when you're playing Hardpoint is you'll be on a Hardpoint earning points, and now we know that the next one is the fish and chip shop in the sort of western side of the map. One of the most satisfying things, you see like 20 seconds to go, like now, you leave, okay, and then the enemy keep trying, you see them running past you. They get blinded by the idea of just capturing that hard point, and they're just getting killed trying to capture the hard point. Maybe they even capture the hard point, but you, there we go, so that one's dunk, but we're off. You know, but you're already gone. You know, you're ready for the next hard point. You've got your mines ready to go. You've got your smoke grenades, and you know you're going to be earning those points. You're going to be earning those points, and because of the scoring system as well in Hardpoint, you can come back from real big deficits and have these amazingly close games as well. Isn't they?
Get ready, we're about to move.
There is an argument with mines to laying too close together. That way, if somebody's running EOD, oh, that fish is gonna have a nasty fire. Right, so as we know, the next one is the row of houses, which is up here. So let's get ahead. Got no ammo left. Cheeky mine there. Can we put one on top? Oh, I've got to wait for it to recharge.
Get ready, we're about to move.
And we know that after the row of houses, the next one is going to be in the southwestern corner of the map again. So it's about to pop.
Okay, hardpoint's moving.
So let's go round to... Go this way this time. What are those stickers doing on there? It's funny, isn't it? What we'll do, let's have a quick look up here.
Stand by to move.
There's a funny noise, isn't there? You hear that noise? So there we go. We've done 2 rotations. The next one is back to the centre. Hopefully this video has helped you with Hardpoint. And honestly, if you're struggling with multiplayer and want a mode that's more about tactics than gunfights, you can't beat Hardpoint. And as I say, in the description of the video down below on YouTube, you'll see a link to the document that has got most of the Hardpoint rotations for the whole of this game. There's a few I haven't got round to doing yet, but this has been the one for Cheshire Park. Hopefully that's been useful, and if you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.
Hardpoint's moving.